I have I have the business structure shit going, the mentoring shit going about trucks, talking to trucks. I'm not talking for free. I'm talking for free.
Let's get on down, fella.
And that's because my thing is why. When I don't, you know what I'm saying, when I don't have to. When I don't have to, why? You know.
Would you stop?
Stop it. So, I mean,
My
it,
stomach is hurting.
on that low. How y'all doing this morning? I mean, this evening. Like,
I
so.
should never drunk that coffee. I have a little espresso shot. That's all I can get. Thanks for praying.
Yeah.
I still got
You still got what? Hand me that sock out of that sock.
Wipe your board.
What's going on? What's happening, y'all? What's happening?
Stop it. Come on, you acting like you don't have no home training. Let him out the house. He act like he don't know how to act.
Tell me. How everybody doing, man? Understanding business structure. That's really what this is about today. Understanding business structure. Understanding business structure. The reason I teach about business structure, man, is because without business structure, you gonna fail. You gonna fail.
You need anything else?
We'll close that door.
Fry some chicken.
All right. That's what's up. I got taste for some chicken.
Okay.
And plus, I like when you make fried chicken anyway. I do. I really do. So how y'all doing, man? What's going on, man? I came in on a little late. Hey, better late than never. Better late than never. Pretty much, man, I came on to talk about understanding business structure. For those that's just coming in, how y'all doing? I'm Art Money, man. I teach business structure. I teach all things business. I expose a lot of bullshit on this app. Reason being, man, I just want to be an authentic person. I want to be an authentic person that actually doesn't gatekeep, give information. What's up, Brandon Bishop family? What's going on? Give information, man, to its entirety, not gatekeeping, and just really just breaking things down on a simple level that we may not understand. And when I say we may not understand, it's all about business lingo, listening to what people say, and just giving you a different perspective on how to operate your business, how to run your business, and how to actually start making money off your business. A lot of us are out here, we working for somebody else, or we even working for ourselves, but we don't understand how to gain money off the businesses that we operate in. So my job is, I'm hoping that I'm able to help people in real time, in real life, the same stuff that I'm literally sitting on here teaching, which I thought was pretty cool, I actually do in real life. I run my corporations like I tell y'all to run them. I got my assets in my holding company like I tell y'all to do. I got my LLC making all the money. When I filed my taxes, I filed $0. Like everything I'm telling y'all to do, I've done it. I'm still doing it, and I'm constantly learning different things to help y'all understand that when I say corporate look like us, I really mean corporate look like us. Because I'm saying that to say, if I can do it, anybody can. Anybody can. Now, watch this. Not to say you can't do it, but you also got to be willing to do. You also got to be willing to do what I did. I invested in myself. I put money into myself. I've paid mentors. I've paid for courses even though they may not have done what I thought they was gonna do, anything that I purchased or I bought from somebody, I did my own work in order to do better or get better or learn more. You follow what I'm saying? So whatever I teach, if you don't start, you ain't gonna never finish. You gotta start. So I say that to say, I'll teach it all day to you. I'll help you all day when I come on TikTok because this is real life information that I'm giving you. No, I'm not this wealthy person who finna come on here and show you all my money. That ain't me. Am I getting to that level? Hell yeah. But in the process of me getting to that level, I'm still trying to help the people understand this is for all of us. I'm not too prideful to jump in a truck. I'm not too prideful to tell people how to get it. Like everything that I do, I try to do it from a level of, I wish somebody was telling me this information. Kind of like a counselor. I wish somebody was telling me the information that I come on here and freely give, and I would be a lot further than I am now. So sit back, get your pen and pad out, record whatever you got to do. Just get the information. Get the information. I'm definitely going to give it to you. I'm definitely going to help. When it comes to business, first thing we need to understand is this. You get into business to make money. If anybody say different, they lying. You start your business first to make money. I'm not saying your business doesn't help people, but you got into business to make money. That's what we all get into business for. And if you just get into business because you want to help everybody, I promise you, try to continue to help everybody and you ain't getting paid for it, and see how that work out for you. See how that work. Look, even non-profits make money. Even a non-profit make money. Goodwill, we freely donate, but the CEO of Goodwill is a multi-millionaire. Make that make sense. So that lets you know, I don't care how many good deeds you want to do for your business, you got into business to make money. I show you how to make money. You also want to make sure you protect the assets that you got in your business that's making the money. So you're in the business that's to make money. Now you need to protect your assets because those assets is what makes you the money. So you protect it at all costs, whether it's you as the asset or a thing that you use to make money off of. That's the asset. Whatever the case may be, that's the asset. 3, you get into it to help people. If you know you got into a business that's going to actually help people, you don't have to worry about being broke. Eventually, people are going to come to you for help. With this business that I teach, people literally come do business with me because I can help them structure their business, protect their assets, and make money. And people pay me to tell them. We can say all day. You can sit here and say all day, I don't need to pay nobody to tell me information. Okay, don't pay nobody. See how that go for you. See how that work out for you. Eventually, you're gonna have to get you a mentor. Eventually, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to find somebody or some type of way to grow. Because if you stop growing, you become stagnant, which means you're not making more money. You just content and complacent in what you're doing. And last but not least, you want the proper structure. You got to have the proper structure. I do that selling hair and skin oil. As you should. As you should. As you should. That's what you're going to do. So with skin hair, selling hair and skin oil, you're going to make money. You're going to protect your assets, which it should be your skin oil. Now watch how I'm finna tell this. Watch this. Watch this. You could put your skincare, that's how you making money. You can get a holding company and purchase your own skincare from your holding company, which is your business. And now you got a whole holding company that's actually making money that you can go get a loan off of. That you can get a loan off of. You already got the skincare and the hair products or whatever you do. You already got that. Put a holding company over it. Purchase those assets from your holding company to do your job, which you get paid for. And eventually, as you show that your business is making money, you'll be able to use the business to go get a loan. And off the money that you already been making, off the business you already been doing. Y'all, I come on here and show you how to leverage these corporations and these businesses to benefit you. A lot of us on here, we looking for another source of income. We looking for another source of income. Why? Because times are hard. Say what you want to say. I don't care how much money you think you got. Times are hard. How much do I charge for coaching? So how to live. How to live. My website is wf-life.com. And you have to look at what you would want, what you're asking for, and you would just get a call. Send me a DM message, get a call so we can talk about what I can offer you through coaching or that. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody is different. So we have in my company, we have two mentorship that we've set up. Because man, so many people been asking me to mentor. I didn't realize that many people actually would want me to mentor, but we get a lot of, and I was turning them down due to the fact that everybody's situation is different. So what we did was we made up a mentorship program and we talked to you first to see if it's something that can fit your need. Because I don't charge people and they don't need it, bro. That's not me. I don't charge people just to be charging because I can. I want to know what it is that you need to be mentored about. And I want to satisfy your mentor need. Because watch this. I can say, I charge $500 to mentor. And then when you get the mentor for $500, you pay the $500, right? Then I come to you and say, you get one Zoom call and I'm going to talk to you about business. You just paid for a mentorship and you didn't even get what you was looking for. So I'd rather talk to you, see what you're trying to do, understand, and we move forward. That's how I think it should be. So that's what I try to do, man. I try to be fair in everything I do. And I try to deal with people and operate with people on that level that I want to be operated on, because I know how I feel if I'm paying somebody to do something. So I want to make sure I get what I'm paid for. So watch this. Let me teach you and show y'all how we can make money off of having one corporation, and how we definitely can make money off of having two corporations. But while I'm explaining to you corporations, you need to understand business. If you don't understand the business, you won't even understand how you're supposed to be getting this money. And I'm going to prove to you how it's legal and it's easy. Watch this. So, first thing first is this, y'all. When it comes to these businesses, I am about to show you how you can make money off this C corporation and use it as leverage, how you can use this LLC to help this company make money and your LLC make money. Everything I show you, I'm going to give you the blueprint on how to help you make money. You just have to understand how all of this is true and how you can do it. You don't need a million corporations to do what I'm going to tell you. 2 corporations is all you need. Or even an LLC and a corporation. It's all you need. Okay? The way we gonna make money It's simply by knowing what these corporations and this company can do for us and how to do it. That's it. I ain't gonna overcomplicate it for you. I'm not gonna do none of that. If you can put this together yourself of what I'm teaching you, it'll save you a lot of money because you can do it yourself. My job is to just tell you the information and show you how to do it. If you can't do it, please seek help. Seek help, because it does you no good to do it and you do it the wrong way. That's where you make your mistake at, because you're going to pay for doing it wrong. We ain't trying to pay for doing it wrong, family. We got to get it done right. First things first, when it comes to trying to make money off these corporations, you have to understand what these corporations are and what this entity is and what laws you have to abide by. Okay? First thing that you got to look at is when you opening and you starting a business, you need an EIN number. You need a EIN number. The reason you need the EIN number is because of this. So I'ma always go to show y'all the definition. If you new in this room, I'ma always go to show you the definition. Why? Because I can tell you anything. It's so many people on TikTok just lying to y'all. They acting like they know about business and they ain't showing y'all nothing to back up what they say. They just telling you stuff, or they showing you some money and you think that they business people because they show you money. That's why I come on here like I come on here. You ain't gotta be dressed a certain way to show people you know what you're talking about, if you really know what you're talking about. EIN, listen to this and listen carefully. EIN is a federal tax ID number. EIN is a federal tax ID number for businesses. If you can remember that one rule about the EIN number, it'll take you a long way. It's for businesses, okay? It's not for you personally. It's for the business. So when you get an EIN number, you're getting an EIN number to do what? Either run your LLC or run your C corporation. That's what you're getting the EIN for. Now that you got the EIN number, we got to define what does the EIN number do for you as a business owner. As a business owner, what does the EIN do for you? Okay, now watch this. First question is, by your name, watch this, by your name being on the EIN document, does that make you a personal guarantor for a business debt? Yes or no? Yes or no? By your name being on the EIN number, does that make you liable for a business debt with an LLC? Yes or no? Lee Bird Bailey said no. John Doe said no. Okay. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. The only thing that I ask people, anybody that's coming in, I'm giving free information. I don't ask for gifts. Either participate or at least tap the screen and share the live out. That's how easy it is, because I promise you're going to learn something here. I promise you will. I promise you're going to learn something. So we've established that just because your name on the EIN document, that doesn't mean with this LLC that you're personally liable for the business debt. That's understood. On a federal level is the EIN number. Question, what's up, Queen Brett? Who has access to your EIN documentation? Who has access to your EIN documentation? Somebody said the IRS. I like that. IRS. Can anybody else take another guess? Who has access to your EIN documentation? Secretary of State. Okay, I can go with that. Because they do ask for it. Secretary of State. Okay. That's a good one, Secretary of State. So the county clerk is just like the Secretary of State. Okay. Banks. Okay. Banks. Okay. Banks. And somebody said creditors. Okay. Okay. So watch this. Watch this. Watch how we learn. If the EIN is a federal document for businesses, the federal government is the only people who have access to your EIN paperwork. Watch this. The federal government is the only one who has access to this EIN paperwork. Now watch this. Somebody said creditors. Is the credit bureau a federal entity or a state entity? Is the credit bureau a state entity or a federal entity? Okay, so since we got conflicting answers, I gotta show you the answer. Since we got conflicted answers, I gotta show you the answer so you can understand where we coming from when I teach. Watch this. Is the credit bureau a federal institution? No. Major credit bureaus, Equifax, Huncho Scales. He say, hurry up, man. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm finna hurry up. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Bam. You blocked. Now you ain't got to worry about it. You blocked. You blocked. You blocked. So that was your last one. Now you ain't got to worry about me hurrying up. Credit bureaus. No. Major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion are not federal institutions or government agencies. Yeah, that's what happened, Sheldon. If you hear them got blocked. I ain't finna play tonight. If you want to learn, don't come to play. I ain't playing tonight. Federal institute or government agencies. So the credit bureau, watch this. The credit bureau is not even a federal institution. So who told you that the credit bureau has access to your name being on the EIN document? They don't. Creditors don't even have access to that paperwork. Credit bureaus go off of, watch this, credit bureaus go off of documentation of how you are structured or how your business is structured. No, they're not even regulated by the feds. No, they're not even regulated by the feds. You and me can be a credit bureau. You and me can be, it's a corporation. It has nothing to do with the federal government. Nothing whatsoever. That's what we just showed you. Watch this. Watch this. No major credit bureau, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion are not federal institutions or government agencies. They are private, for-profit corporations, the same thing me and you can be, that collect consumer data. Exactly. They just an agency that collects consumer data and sell it to lenders. In fact, there you go, Jameson. They've been sticking it to us for years simply because we don't even know that they not even a federal institute to even come at you like that. See, a lot of y'all around here trying to fix your credit and you don't even understand you dealing with another me. You dealing with me. You talking to me about, I got a problem on my Equifax and I'm a state entity. I'm a private corporation that has gotten your data from where you went to the store from, and now I'm using your data that you were supposed to pay the store. Since you didn't, I'm going to use that against you to try to get money out of you to pay my bills. That's all they are. That's all they are. We so worried about credit. And credit really ain't nothing. We make credit what it is. We make credit what it is. Why do y'all think they tell y'all? Watch this. Each business, after you did a deal with them and said you was going to pay for whatever you going to pay for, and you don't, do you realize that business sells the debt because they writing it off at the end of the year. Okay? Since they writing it off at the end of the year, it's no longer your debt because your debt has already been paid. Uh-oh, hold on. Don't take them there yet. Don't take them there. Your debt already been paid. And y'all still running around here talking about, I'm trying to fix my credit. I'm going to pay them folks their money. Pay them for what? They done already paid for it. They done already paid your debt for you. Come on, y'all. While they are regulated by federal laws, like the Fair Credit Reporting Act, they operate independently of the government. They ain't even government officials. They not even government officials, and you scared to answer their phone call. You running from them, worried about your credit, and your debt already been paid. Come on, y'all. Charge off. Facts, it's a whole nother episode. That's a whole nother episode. Come on, man. Y'all can do the same thing. So watch this. That's another episode though. I show y'all that because watch this. The federal government is the only one who has access to your EIN. So when you hear statements, I'm going to show you how people will manipulate you to purchase a product when it comes to business. When you hear a statement and they ask you like this, watch this. They'll say, hey, if you were in a lawsuit, would you want to give the judge your documentation? Watch this. I'm going to ask y'all this question. Just watch this. Question. If you got an LLC and you were in a lawsuit, would you rather give the judge the documentation with your name on it or documentation with your name not on it? Which documentation? Not, okay. So watch this. Everybody on here is going to say, I want to give the judge the paperwork with my name not on it. The only paperwork that can do that for you is the C corporation. Because when you get an EIN and an LLC, your name is on the documentation. So in a lawsuit, when they see when they see in a lawsuit, when the business gets sued, they see your name. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe that. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe that. Look at all these twos. Look at all these twos. Now watch this. For everybody who put a 2 in the chat, Immediately now I'm going to tell you the C corporation is the only entity that you can get that separates you from it. The C corporation is the only entity that separates you from it. Put a 3 in the chat if you believe that statement. Put a 3 in the chat if you believe that statement. Look at all these 3s. Look at all those 2s and all those 3s. Now let's teach. Now watch this. That's why I tell y'all, people will manipulate you on this app. People will manipulate you on this app. Oh, I'm most definitely wrong. I am all the way wrong. That what I just told y'all was wrong, and I'm gonna prove to you that it was wrong. First of all, if your business gets into a lawsuit as an LLC, first of all, this is a state level lawsuit that you finna get into. Ain't no judge asking for your EIN documentation with your name on it. That's the first line that you need to understand. The second that you need to understand is the C corporation is not the only entity that separates you from it. Watch this. I told y'all, I gotta show y'all facts. I gotta show y'all facts so y'all will believe what I say and what you see rather than what you heard from how people will manipulate you on here. Is the C corporation the only entity that separates you from the business? No. A C corporation is not the only entity that separates you from your business. Other structures, most notably limited liability companies and S corporations also provide a legal shield that separates personal assets from business liabilities. You see how easily I can tell you a definition, and when you don't understand business, you will think everything I say is the truth because I'm showing you some damn Stripe loans, or you see money and you think that equates with my knowledge of business. It's a whole lot of dumb rich folks. It's a whole lot of dumb rich folks. It's a whole lot of dumb rich folks. Does it matter if your name is your LLC? Great question. Let's find out if it matters. Remember this. Remember this. Your LLC protects who? Your LLC protects who? Does the LLC protect you or does it protect the business? I'll wait. Massage Life and Laugh says me. Okay. You. Okay. Does the LLC protect you or does it protect the business? Okay. Some people said the business, the me. So now we got misinformation because we got too many questions. See, when everybody ain't on one accord, we gotta find out the real answer. First of all, you have to know, watch this. You have to know, what does your name signify on the business? If you don't understand what your name signify on the business, anybody can tell you anything about your business. So let's go see what my name being on the business signifies. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. By my name being on the EIN document, does that make me a personal guarantor for the business? No. Having your name listed as the responsible party, listen to what they saying, people. Having your name listed as the responsible party on an EIN application does not automatically make you a personal guarantor for business debt. The responsible party listed on the IRS Form SS4 is simply the individual who controls, manages, or directs the entity and its assets. The EIN, it is a tax reporting formality required by the IRS, not a financial guarantee to creditors. The EIN is for what, family? The business. If the EIN is for the business and I am the responsible party of the business, watch this. If the EIN is for the business and I, watch this, responsible party, if the EIN is for the business and I am the responsible party of the business, that means that I'm already separated from the business, even though my name is on the paperwork. It says I am the responsible party, not the liable party. Two different terminologies. I'm a responsible party because somebody got to do the work for the LLC because it can't work itself. But that doesn't make me the liable party. You follow me? Definition, so we'll all understand. If I bring my dog over to your house and ask you to watch it, if somebody breaks into your home, you're responsible for my dog. But if something happens to the dog because somebody broke in, you're not liable for what happened to the dog. You follow me? So I can't sue you behind the dog because I just simply asked you to take responsibility of it. But I am not making you liable since something else happened to the dog. You follow me? We got to remember what responsible is and what liable is. Two separate things. Two separate things. Now watch this. Watch this. So, when we talking about the LLC and you being involved and who it protects, we got to know what an LLC is. Watch this. What is an LLC? Watch this. A LLC is a limited liability company. Is a business structure allowed by state statute. A limited liability company is a business structure allowed by state statute. I have a question. I got a question. Is the C Corp, watch this, because most of y'all are under the impression the C Corp is separated from you. That's what y'all said. The C Corp separates you from the person. Is the C Corp a federal entity or a state level entity? Is the C Corp a federal entity or a state entity? State level. Okay. Somebody said not sure. Okay. Somebody said federal. Okay. So we got different answers. Okay. Somebody said federal. Okay. So we gotta know what these businesses are, y'all. We gotta know what these businesses are. is a C Corp structured on a federal level? Now watch this. Don't make this mistake that's gonna happen, okay? Because now this was typed in. I'm gonna show you how we can easily make mistakes. It really is not. Watch this. We gotta read. I'm gonna show you something. Watch this. It says, yes, a C corporation is structured and recognized on a federal level, primarily through its classifications by the Internal Revenue Services for tax purposes. Watch out. If this was pulled up, you gotta be careful. Make people keep reading. Make people keep reading, okay? Because what happens is you think the C corporation is a federal entity. That's not the case. It recognizes it on a federal level, but it doesn't make it a federal corporation. Watch. While you incorporate at the state level, it's incorporated at the state level. You see, a person can easily, if you don't pay attention to what it's saying, yes, the corporation is separate from you. The LLC and the corporation is separate from you. What we're saying is, what is it based off of? Where is it built? Is the entity, is the C corporation entity built on a state level or a federal level? You incorporate it at the state level. With the Secretary of State, the C Corp designation itself refers to subchapter C of the Internal Revenue Code, which governs how the entity is taxed at a federal level. You follow me? So it's structured and recognized on a federal level primarily through its classification by the Internal Revenue Services for tax purposes. Don't get it misconstrued, y'all. It goes by state level law because it's incorporated where? On a state level. So if we was asked, let's say this. So watch this. Is the C corporation structured on a state level? Right. All businesses start. I just want to make sure though. I want to make sure because sometimes I'm telling you, people are they'll just try to use these definitions and these words to manipulate you. Yes, the C corporation is a legal structure established at the state level. So don't let nobody confuse you when they say it's recognized on a federal level. That is not the same because they talking about taxes. Remember, when they talk about federal, y'all, it's about taxes. That's what it's always going to be about on a federal level, taxes. But on a lawsuit level for the business, and if you have to follow business law, it's going to always be at a state level. While the C designation refers to how the IRS taxes the company. See what I mean? It talks about this subchapter C of the Internal Revenue Code. The entity itself, remember, the entity itself is created by filing documents with a state government. So the C corporation is a state level entity just like the LLC, which is also a state level entity. Now, I asked y'all all this because this is what we're finna go to. Watch this. A limited liability company is a business structure allowed by state statute. This is my question. Is the state statute a law? Yes or no? Thank you, Vague and Ted. Thank you. Is the state statute a law? Yes or no? So we got mixing questions. I mean, mixed answers. We got some saying yes, we got some saying no. So we have to know what a state statute is. If you don't know what a state statute is, how are you legally running a limited liability company and you don't even know the rules that you can follow? So watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Is the state statute a law? Y'all, we gotta watch this. I'm telling you, this is how we won't allow people to manipulate us. Y'all, is the state statute a law? Yes. Yes, that's the law, y'all. A state statute is a law. Specifically, it is a formal written law passed by a state legislator, such as the House of Representatives and the Senate, and signed by the governor, are allowed to take effect without a signature. Statutes represent the written will of the legislative body. So guess what? Watch how I'm telling y'all. When people is not gatekeeping and they telling you all the correct information, you will be able to follow definitions and the law to prove what they saying, to show you that it's true. But if you don't know this stuff, I can simply just be telling you something and you taking my word. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. This is what the government is going to go off of. So watch this. Let's go back. We learning. If the LLC is a state entity that's recognized by state statute, don't you think if you look up the state law pertaining to the LLC and the C corporation, don't you think that it has credence? It actually means something, that it's telling you the truth? So watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. What is the limited liability law for Texas? Watch this. Watch this. Listen to what it says for Texas. Texas limited liability law, primarily governed by the Texas Business Organization Code, shields owners, members of a limited liability company from personal liability for company debts, lawsuits, and obligations. Members are typically only responsible for their own actions and capital contributions, protecting personal assets like homes and savings. So when I go to the state of Texas, watch this, and I look up the Texas Business Code, look at what it tells me. As of January 1st, 2024, watch this. Except as and to the extent the company agreement specifically provides otherwise, a member, watch this, a member or manager is not liable for debt, obligation, or liability of a limited liability company, including a debt, obligation, or liability under a judgment, decree, or order of a court. Now it's finna get good. So the question that I asked when we first started was this. Watch this. Watch this. The first question that I asked was, does the LLC protect you or does it protect itself? I ain't say nothing crazy. I just read to you what the law says, because we just seen that a state statute is the law. And we just found out through reading the law that the LLC law protects who? The member, the responsible party. You as the member has no business attaching yourself to the business. It's just like the creditor. We think that, watch this, we think that the creditor is federal and they ain't nothing. It's like me and you. You giving people information about yourself and nobody told you to give it to them. Nobody told y'all to put yourself with this LLC, but you done got on TikTok and you done allowed somebody to attach you to a business you had no business attaching yourself to. When you understand the law and business, you can put the pieces together and people won't be able to easily just tell you some information when you see with your own eyes. I'm not even liable for the business debt that this LLC got. So guess what? Why do I attach myself to this business? But what ends up happening is, I'm going to tell you, I promise, I'm going to tell you the information. I know what you're looking for. Well, how am I protecting myself? I got you. I'm going to tell you. The reason I don't just jump into telling you about how to protect yourself and how to keep your name off stuff, because why? If you don't understand how to do it, what am I just telling it to you for? That's basically saying, I'm just giving you some information for you to go do, and you can't even explain yourself. If you're sole proprietor, you're absolutely right. It is on you. But let me show you how you even get manipulated by thinking you're a sole proprietor. Hold, please. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. This is how people will manipulate you into thinking you're a sole proprietor. Watch this. Here we go. Let's learn. This is the Schedule C. So as y'all can see, this the IRS. This ain't me. This the IRS talking to you. Watch this. You gotta file your taxes because you are LLC and you a single member. So you gotta file your taxes on this Schedule C. On this Schedule C, it says profit or loss from business, sole proprietorship. Now watch this. The only thing you've seen and heard from the people who teaching you is sole proprietorship. You didn't even look at what the big bold letter said. It said profit or loss from business. From business. So what? Let me help you now. Let me show you something. I got a question. I got a question. You got your LLC and you got your EIN. Now you a single member for the business. The end of the year came. Now it's time to file taxes. When you file your taxes, you gotta file the Schedule C form as a sole proprietor. So now you accept all the income that the business made, the profit and the loss from the business, okay? We on the same page? You accepted all the business. Here's the family. What's going on, family? You accept all the money from the business, okay? If the business was to get sued, ain't they gonna take your money Since you said you made the money when you filed your taxes, yes or no? Lauren said yes. LaWanda said yes. Okay. Oh, okay. No. Yes. Oh, we got a lot of yeses. Lord, look at all these yeses. Look at all these yeses. Your name, stop saying that. Your name has nothing to do with being attached to no LLC. So stop that. Whoever told you that, you got to show me some proof where your name got anything to do with a lawsuit. You got to stop that. That's not. Now watch this. Okay, I'm gonna show you how not. Apparently, y'all ain't been listening. Watch this. Let me help y'all so y'all will catch it now. Question. First of all, remember, we talking about two separate things. We talking about a lawsuit, which is on the civil level, the state level, and we talking about what? Yes, it's your not a LLC, just DBA sole product. That has nothing to do. I'm finna show you how y'all missing it. I'm finna show you. When I tell it to you, the light bulb will go off. You're gonna be like, I'll be damned. I see what he's saying. Watch this. That is not the case, Lerpa. No, that is not the case. And no, you don't have to put this in no living trust. I'm finna give y'all the answer. Watch this. Just calm down. Y'all finna see for yourself how it ain't true. First of all, if the business get in a lawsuit, first thing you got to understand is, what if you ain't filed taxes? That's the first eye opener. What if you ain't filed taxes? What if it ain't the end of the year and tax return ain't got here? How they know how much you made? That's the first thing. That's the first one, okay? Because in order for y'all to even be correct, you gotta file taxes for them to know what you even made on your taxes. What if you ain't filed taxes? How they gonna know what you made? But that's not even it. That's just something for y'all to look into. But that's not even the reason either. Watch this. So you got an EIN and you got an LLC. By you having the EIN and the LLC, my question is, does your business become a sole proprietor by the way you file taxes? Yes or no? Do you lose the LLC based off of how you filed your taxes? Y'all saying yes? How can you, hold on, come on now, y'all. Watch this. How can you lose your EIN and your LLC and that's what you are? You don't lose that based off of how you file taxes. You wanna know how I know? Watch this. Whoa, boy, let me show y'all. Watch this. Classifications. They say they didn't teach me this in accounting. Watch this. Classifications. Depending on elections made by the LLC. Depending on elections made by the LLC. That means as a LLC, you get to elect how you want to file taxes. You get to elect how you want to file taxes. So if you get to elect how you want to file taxes, if you file taxes from an LLC as a C corporation, does that make your LLC a C corporation? Yes or no? Yes or no? Exactly. No, it doesn't. The way you file has nothing to do with the entity you have. You elected to file as a corporation. That doesn't make you a corporation. You're just using the corporate status for filing purposes. It doesn't make you a corporation. You still a EIN with a LLC. It's just you elected to file as a corporation. No, that's not frivolous filing because the government lets you do it. Depending on elections made, that means that you can elect. By the LLC and the number of members, the IRS will treat an LLC as either a corporation, partnership, or as part of the LLC's owner's tax return, a disregarded entity. Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. This is legal. This ain't nothing illegal about what I'm saying. I'm showing you the proof. Ain't nothing illegal. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. So you hear the word, disregarded entity, and you think it's a word stating that the IRS doesn't recognize the LLC on a federal level, and that's not the case. The IRS recognizes the LLC. They just consider the way you file taxes as disregarded. Why? Let's look at what disregarded entity means, and we're going to go back to the Schedule C. Watch this. Remember Schedule C. Because remember, this is what we looked at. Come on now, family. Remember, we looked at this as a sole proprietorship as the Schedule C. Watch this. This is the Schedule C 1040. So you got to remember that when you looking up the IRS words and they telling you what everything is. We just don't do our research. Let's go see what a disregarded entity is. Hold, please. Watch this. Watch this. A disregarded entity is a business structure with a single owner. Come on now. This is going to tell you your whole answer to what I asked y'all. Most commonly, a single member LLC that is legally distinct from its owner but ignored by the IRS for federal income tax purposes. Watch this, it gets even better. It does not file a separate tax return. Instead, business income and expenses are reported on the owner's personal tax return, typically via Schedule C. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? So you mean to tell me I'm supposed to report this on my Schedule C? Yes, you are. And that doesn't negate the fact that you still a single member LLC. So when you file taxes on this Schedule C 1040 form, it didn't take your LLC and EIN away from you, which means if it didn't take it away from you, you still protected as who? The member. The member collected the money that the business made, but it filed taxes as a sole proprietor. Two separate things. Two separate things. A lawsuit has nothing to do with how the business filed taxes. Stop letting people tell y'all that. Has nothing to do with it, y'all. The reason you are considered on your name, exactly, Lauren, on your name, because it's for the business. So watch this. Even when they tell you a disregarded entity and they make it seem like it's for this and it's not recognized, that ain't even what it's saying. Because when you go back, watch this. When you go back and you continue to read why they even speak about a disregarded entity, they show you that for income tax purposes, for income tax purposes. That means they finna talk about income taxes, y'all. An LLC with only one member is treated as an entity disregarded as separate from its owner. So they not saying they don't recognize the LLC on a federal level. What they saying is when you file your taxes on the Schedule C 1040 as a sole proprietor, that is your information. So instead of us using your EIN number, we gonna use your social security number because why? They both the same thing because of the way you filing what? For income tax purposes. For income tax purposes. People misrepresent business structure and businesses for y'all because they won't show money. And they don't teach you this because if you learned this, you would need what they got to offer. No, the tax route still has the entity. It's just based off of how you want to file for tax purposes. It's for tax purposes. Most people on the reason I breaks this down is because a lot of people, exactly, the more confused you are, the more money they make. I break this down because most people are infatuated with the legacy builder. And y'all first mentality that he manipulates people with is telling y'all that the LLC hurt you. There's not one person in America can show me how the LLC hurt them. Not one person. The LLC ain't never hurt nobody. The LLC ain't never hurt nobody. You want to know how I know? The LLC can't even operate without you. So if it can't operate without you, that means you, the one, had to do something that hurt yourself with the LLC. The LLC only does what you make it do. So in order for it to hurt you, that means you had to hurt yourself. Because you told the LLC to do something that it couldn't do, or you didn't pay somebody back from the LLC, and now they want their money back, and you saying it was the LLC. It ain't never was the LLC. It was you. User error. User error. The LLC ain't hurt nobody. And I show you proof and facts of how you, as the responsible party, is separated from any debt that the business acquires as long as you don't sign your name. Because the minute you sign your name, you've just stated, I take full responsibility for the money the business can't pay. And if you take full responsibility for the money you can't pay, well, guess who it's gonna fall on? Thank you, because you broke the corporate veil. You wonder how you commingle funds. Watch this. You said, watch this. This is where we make the mistake at, y'all. I break it down so simple. You make your mistake with these business structure because watch this. I'll teach you and tell you how to get a loan from these companies. But guess what you gonna go do with the money that I taught you how to get from these companies? You gonna go pay for something that you want personally. You will get a $50,000 loan and you will go buy a $25,000 car. But guess who got that loan? Guess who got the loan? The business. Guess who just commingled funds? You, because you bought a personal vehicle with business funds, and you wonder why they was able to pierce the corporate veil. Simply because you purchasing personal assets from a business account. So when the IRS Look at your paperwork and it shows you got a $50,000 loan based off the business, but you bought a $25,000 personal vehicle with the business funds. Guess what you just did? Commingled funds. You just commingled funds. Yes, you can make it a business vehicle. But watch this. I'm going to show you. Let's be real. Let me show you why black folks ain't going to make it a business vehicle. Because when you paid for the vehicle, you had no intentions of paying the business that money back. Uh-oh. 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 You had no business. You wasn't even thinking about paying them folks their money back. All you know is, I got money now to go buy me a car. So that's why it won't work, because most of us getting the money for personal gain anyway. It ain't even for the business. And you wonder why it's not working for you. Well, it's not working for you because you're going into it with wrong intentions. So when you go into it with wrong intentions and you do the wrong thing, that's why you easily can come on here and say, the LLC hurt me. Well, no, it didn't hurt you. You hurt it because you didn't do what you were supposed to do with the business. Come on, y'all. I done did everything you can with these businesses. But you can lie to me. You can't lie to yourself. Most people on this app purchasing a legacy builder because they infatuated with thinking they can go get a loan from Stripe and they need 4 corporations. They need 4. Somebody done told them on here, if they buy the legacy builder, I need 4 companies as people to manipulate the system and get a loan for these 4 companies. And ain't nobody in the history of TikTok been able to show you 4 companies that got 4 loans from Stripe. Ain't nobody been able to show you that. Not even the person teaching it. Not even the person teaching it can show you they got 4 loans from the legacy builder. But yet, y'all buying it, talking about it's saving my life. It ain't say it saved his life. It's paying his bills. It damn sure ain't helping you with yours. Come on, y'all. So now, when we want to make money, watch this. Watch this. When we want to make money, now since we understand how the LLC is beneficial, why would you want to get rid of it? Why would you want to convert it? Why would you want to dissolve it? Why would you want to do any of that? Since you thinking about getting business anyway, why not open up a holding company? Now watch this. Whatever the LLC can do, you already know the C corporation can do. Whatever the LLC can do, the corporation can do it times 10. Okay? So, you got an LLC. Your LLC is what's making you money. You don't get rid of your money maker. You protect your assets. That's helping the money maker make money. So to keep it simple, let's say you operating trucks, whatever you may be doing as your business. This is how you make your money. You want to get a loan from Stripe or any other financial institute. Stripe ain't the only one. We all heard business to business. That means that you can do business from each one of your businesses, and it's legal to do business to business with your own companies. Okay? The assets that you got in the LLC, if it's a truck, land, or money, you're going to take these assets and you're going to put them in your holding company. Why? Your holding company is for what? To hold assets. To hold assets. So, since the holding company is holding assets now, watch this. Watch this. No, this is not next level. This is this same level. All you did was put a holding company up there. Don't overcomplicate it. I promise you it's not that hard. Don't overcomplicate it. I promise this ain't that complicated. Open up another business, which is the holding company. The only thing that you got to make sure of with the holding company is that it controls the assets for the business. Well, why is that? Because guess what? I'm finna show you who pay taxes. You worried about taxes, and I'm finna show you how to get around taxes. Watch this. So, instead of my truck being in my LLC name, I'm gonna put it in the holding company name, which means guess who got a rent or lease? Rent or lease. You gonna rent the truck from the holding company, and you gonna lease the land to the holding company. Okay? Exactly. The holding company leases out and rents everything to these companies. That means you doing business to business. If you got an account with Stripe, you sending invoices from your holding company to your LLC, which means what? The holding company can get a loan based off the business to business that you doing. You doing business anyway. You operating business anyway. We wondering how people out here making money and getting money based off these corporations. It's real simple. You using your assets that you already making money off of. And all you doing is renting and buying it from your holding company. Stripe sees you doing business to business. You got steady income coming in. They offer you a loan based off the business you already been doing any damn way. And watch this. To make it even better, yes, cash flow. To make it even better, watch this. I'm gonna watch this. Erase the LLC. Watch this. Watch this. This could be your W-2 or your 1099. And you doing the same thing because you placed a holding company. Now watch this. This is leverage now. You just using this as leverage. You just using this as leverage. You already making the money from the job you working at anyway. And you just opened up a holding company. Instead of you putting it in a goddamn savings account, why not put it in a holding company where they see that it's generating an income, which is revenue, and they give you a loan based off the money that you already making. That you already making. You didn't even have to open up nothing but one corporation. Now, watch this. It gets even better. Somebody said taxes. Somebody said taxes. The reason I told you to open up a C corporation holding company is why? Because the corporation does what? It benefits better on a tax level. So watch this. Since it benefits better on a tax level, remember, we said with the LLC, how you file taxes. You say, remember, we gotta go back. Yeah, you can screenshot it. We got to go back what the LLC was. Don't leave what the LLC was. Use the government for what they gave it to you for. Use the government. Now we going to use that sole proprietorship to our advantage. We going to use this to our advantage now. Now guess what we going to do? This LLC that was down here, it didn't make no money. You do not have to have no 650 or no 700 credit score. You know how I know you don't? It doesn't require a corporation to have a credit score to get the loan. Uh-oh. Somebody done told you wrong. Uh-oh. See, you think you need credit to do this. That's because you missing it. A corporation is getting a loan based off the income. Uh-oh. How you making the income? Off your job. And you talking about credit. You don't need credit for this. You just need a what, family? Steady income. Steady income. This ain't got nothing to do with credit. This strictly income based. Watch this. Don't let it be two corporations, your operating company and your holding company. Now you got two corporations. Now you got two corporations that you can run money through, this corporation and the holding company. Somebody talking about taxes. None of your first companies made any money. Why? Why? None of your companies, your proof of income is the money that you already making. Y'all overcomplicating this. You making money right now. You don't want to know how I know? Because your ass sitting on TikTok with a phone bill. So you got to pay that phone bill. You got to drive around. You making money right now. Why y'all your job is the money. Profit goes to the holding company from the money that you already making. Don't overcomplicate it, y'all. Y'all thinking y'all ain't got no money and y'all making money from somebody else. You got the money because you working for somebody else. Keep it simple, y'all. I'm not trying to overcomplicate this. This is real life information that they doing every day. Y'all wonder how y'all see somebody on here talking about they got 15 loans. They got it based off the money that they already making, and they gave them loans off the money that they see the business making. Don't overcomplicate this, y'all. So watch this. No, an S-Corp is not okay because you can't do none of this with an S-Corp. An S-Corp is not an entity. An S-Corp is passed through for taxes. So now that you got these businesses and we talk about taxes, when you file your taxes through the one company at the bottom, you didn't make anything. You didn't make anything. Your company broke even. Thank you, Miss Kate. Your company broke even. They not gonna go back to you. Well, if you think they're gonna go to your credit score, go get you a good credit, sir. That's all I can tell you. I'm not on here to prove to you a damn thing. If you think you need credit to do this, go get you a good credit score then. Go get you a good credit score. So, when you file taxes, you say that your operating company broke even. Well, why did it break even? Because all the money went to the holding company. The holding company is who's going to pay all the bills. The holding company is going to pay all the bills. The IRS doesn't require a C corporation to pay taxes until it pays its bills first. The IRS doesn't require the C corporation to pay its bills until it pays its bills first. I mean, its taxes until it pays the bills first. So you're not even worried about how much the business made yet because you still gotta file taxes. You ain't tripping yet. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad that the bank told you that. Thank you for telling us what the bank told you. That's your problem. You listening to what a bank told you. Did I mention any bank on here? Did I mention a bank? See, once again, user error. User error. You talking about a bank. I'm talking about going to a financial institution that's going to give you money based off the revenue that your business made. That's two different things, pimp. That's two different things. Two different things. That's why I say I can't stand when people try to tell me I'm wrong and they talking about something totally different. I ain't told you. We talking about income-based loans. They are strictly based off the income the business made. You ain't going to a bank to do nothing with 3 years anyway. If you ain't got 3 years, why you even worried about a bank? I didn't say go to no bank. Stop listening for what you think you know and listen to learn something, and you might rectify your situation. Once you file taxes, you said you made nothing. All the money came to the holding company. The holding company has to pay the bills. Watch this though. Watch this. Somebody asked me, can an LLC holding company do this? You cannot use this method. You cannot use this method with an LLC for the holding company. Why? You need the holding company to be a C corporation. The holding company has to be a C corporation in order to get the benefits on a tax level for a corporation. So watch this. You can make it an LLC, but you just hurt yourself when you're trying to file taxes though. Because the LLC can't do what the corporation can do on a tax level. Take advantage of the tax benefit of the corporation. You can't say you trying to save $100,000 on taxes, but you want to pay for a $500 LLC holding company. It don't work that way. You got to spend money. You got to put money into the desired amount that you trying to accumulate or say you want. You feel me? So watch this. Watch this. How much money can a C corporation hold back on taxes? A C corporation can generally retain earnings without a specific dollar limit. That means you can withhold however much money you want to with a corporation. With a corporation. But hold on though. Don't get too excited because they come with something and you got to understand what it comes with. Watch this. Provided the funds are for reasonable business needs. As long as you got a reasonable business need to keep the money that you made throughout the year, the IRS say you can keep unlimited amount long as it's a reasonable need. Now watch this. Most of us ain't making too much starting out anyway. So watch this. Such as expansion, equipment purchases, or debt repayment. Or debt repayment. Watch this. The reason, y'all gotta follow me, man. The reason you want this corporation and you want to get loans based off the corporation, as long as you owe folks money, you ain't never gotta pay taxes on that money. Let me say that again. As long as you owe money, you ain't never gotta pay taxes on that borrowed money from the loan. So you wondering what people doing? They getting the loan, buying the asset. Once they buy the asset, they still owe the loan. But the asset is paid for. But I can accumulate the money and I ain't gotta pay taxes because I still owe on the loan. But it even gets better. Since you got the holding company controlling everything, now we about to expand. Remember what they told y'all. I told y'all you just gotta know where to look. They tell you how to they tell you the loopholes. What did it say? It say expansion. It never said you couldn't expand the companies that the holding company control. Use the money to expand the company. More debt to keep the holding. There you go. Keep making debt, which makes assets that you personally making money off of. Come on, y'all. This is the process, and they telling you how to do it. I'm giving y'all the game. Ain't nobody telling y'all all this on TikTok. Y'all sitting around here trying to figure out all these ways to fix your credit, to buy a master class. I just gave you a damn master class. I just gave you a master class. Now watch this. Watch this. It gets even better. It gets even better. Since y'all want to get over anyway, watch what we gonna do. We gonna take the holding company that got all the money from our business, okay? Now that we've taken the money that got all our money in the business, we finna get a loan based off of what the company is doing. This is how you using leverage, because now you just trying to make more money to be able to generate and get a bigger loan. So now we just playing the game, y'all. We using our money instead of having it in the savings account, still put it in your savings account, but run it through your holding company first. That way it can show the holding company made money. Once it shows that the holding company made money, what we gonna do is we about to take out a loan. Now that we done took out the loan from the holding company, okay, now we about to go do what? We about to purchase a business asset. So for me, it was a truck. It was a truck for the business. Just put whatever you need in the spot of this truck for your business. Okay? My holding company got a loan for whatever. I used the loan money to pay for. Listen to what I'm telling you, people. Catch it. I paid for the truck. Okay? I paid for the truck. The truck is now where? The truck is in my corporation or my company. Okay? It's in that name now. Well, why is it in that name? I'm going to keep it in my operating company because watch this. This is a different way of looking at it. Now it's in this company that's at the bottom. It's no longer an asset in my holding company. So now this corporation got the truck. So now I got a question for you. If the company defaults on the loan, can they take the truck? Yes or no? Exactly. They can't even take the truck, y'all. They can't even take the truck, y'all. Why they can't take the truck? Because my holding company is the one that owns the loan. I paid for the asset. The asset is in the other corporation name. Therefore, it leaves the holding company stuck with paying the loan back. You saying, why would I default on the loan? I agree with you. I agree with you. I ain't trying to default on the loan. But if I just so happen to default on the loan, I got the asset that's paid for, that's in another business. And if I default on the loan that you're talking about, all I simply do now is open another holding company. Put the truck back in the holding company. Now my company is borrowing from the holding company. Now I'm doing business to business. You do the same damn process and you're going to make the same damn thing happen every time. You wonder how Donald Trump did it? I just showed you how Donald Trump did the same thing. And you can never be said that you a fraud, that you did something wrong. You didn't do absolutely nothing. Why? Because it wasn't the corporations that did no fraud doing. You got a loan, which is legal. The business couldn't pay the loan back. The money was used for a truck that's in somebody else's name. So they don't even know this company even got the truck that it used the money from this corporation. Why? Because they all separate entities. They all doing the same thing. And they don't know you own this corporation. And they definitely don't know you finna open up another holding company, since this one may go into default, and put the assets right there. They can never get the asset that you paid for, all because you leveraged your business to go get money. And you wonder why the rich staying richer. Once you got it, you will never lose it, because you're going to continuously do the same play. Why y'all think they got things called shelf corporations? Why y'all think that? They got them because they already got corporations ready for when somebody try to mess up or they default. Y'all, they been doing this. We just late to the party. We late to the party. They been doing this, y'all. They been doing this. So you said the ones at the top of my board. The top of my board is the Legacy Builder. A lot of people on TikTok, they hear about purchasing a Legacy Builder. I keep that up there because I try to let people know, since they don't understand business, they being manipulated. You are not buying a Legacy Builder. These are up here because you are not buying a Legacy Builder. You are buying for corporations, and you up in Wyoming. Ain't none of that beneficial to you. Ain't none of that beneficial to you. So I keep this up here to show people that this is bullshit. I'm just gonna be real. The Legacy Builder ain't helping no up and coming business owner. It's simply to make somebody else rich. Why? I'm gonna even keep this short. I'm gonna keep this short so we can keep moving. Watch this. You just paid damn near $10,000 for the Legacy Builder, and you don't even have a parent company. You know how I know you don't have a parent company? Because a parent company is 51% of owning another business. So he didn't gave you a parent company, and you don't even have a real parent company. Jenny B, what's going on? What's good, family? So now you got a parent company that ain't even a real parent company. Make that make sense. Because you don't own 51% of nothing. Want to know how I know? Watch this. I don't want nobody to think I'm lying. I don't want nobody to think I don't know what I'm talking about. A parent company is a business entity that owns or controls more than 50% of another company's voting stock. You didn't even know you had voting stock in none of these companies. You didn't even know. You didn't even know. So if you don't own 51% of this operating company, how can you legitimately have a parent company? Next thing's next. Next thing's next. Next thing's next. When we talk about the Legacy Builder, you read parent property management. If you look on the IRS, website, you will never see property management. You know what you're going to see? REIT, REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust. Real Estate Investment Trust. Now, the reason he puts property management is to manipulate you. But it damn sure ain't gonna manipulate me, because I understand business. It needs ownership of a REIT. When you look up Real Estate Investment Trust, watch this. What is a real estate investment trust? A real estate investment trust is a company that owns, operates, or finances income producing real estate across various property sectors such as apartments, malls, offices, and warehouses. You can't even have a real estate investment trust if you don't own no damn real estate. And if we gonna go into property, how are you going to manage property that you don't even have? And it has to be making actual income to even be there. You don't have it. Holding company. You cannot have a holding company. Watch this. Watch this. What is a holding company? What is a holding company? A holding company is a corporation or LLC that owns a controlling interest in other companies. How are you going to have a holding company and he haven't given you control over not now one of these corporations? You don't even have a holding company. You just got 4 C corporations and you paying $10,000 for somebody to tell you it's a strategy. Okay. That don't make sense. So I keep that up there. When people ask, I get to tell people, what are you actually buying? Because he's never taught you about a parent company. He's never taught you about a real estate investment trust. He's never taught you about a holding company. He just tells you the benefit of having it. You mean to tell me it costs $10,000 for you to know the benefit of what it does for you? Yes, I respond to DMs. You mean to tell me I need $10,000 to know what these do for me? But you're not going to connect them for me? And you talking about transparency and integrity. Okay. Then, just to keep it simple, he tells you to make it sound good, rotate $1,000 between these companies and you're going to get a strike loan. Okay. But somewhere y'all forgot that the state of Wyoming, they have a thing called federal corporate taxes. What are we going to Wyoming for? What are we going to Wyoming for? According to him, is to avoid taxes. Don't worry about taxes. Don't worry about taxes. You always got to worry about taxes because every corporation in Wyoming has federal corporate taxes. Want to know how I know? Watch this. This is how people get scammed. This is what you will read and you will believe it. Watch this. Watch this. Wyoming does not have a state corporate income tax or a state personal income tax. It don't have it. So you will believe I'm going up to Wyoming and I ain't got to file no taxes because they don't have state taxes or corporate income taxes. Watch this. Now read this part. Wyoming does not levy a state tax, a state level corporate income tax on C Corps. Nor does it have a state franchise tax or gross receipt tax. Watch this. Wyoming C corporations only pay the 21% flat federal corporate income tax to the IRS. Somebody says he says that, but let me show you something that he says right after that. Hold on. Let me show you what he says right after that. Why you worried about taxes? Tesla paid $0 on taxes. So now here you think just because Tesla paid $0 on taxes, you gonna pay $0 on taxes. That ain't the case. You wanna know why that ain't the case? Because somebody like me simply understands why Tesla, that's not the real thing though. I tell you what, let me show you what the real thing is. Let me show you what the real thing is. How did Tesla not pay taxes in 2025? And you let me know if you can do what Tesla did, since they telling you you could do what Tesla did. Watch this. According to reports from the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policies and Sherwood News, Tesla paid zero federal income tax in the U.S. on approximately $5.7 billion of income in 2025. Okay, so watch this. Tesla paid zero taxes on $5.7 billion. You ain't even got 5.7 thousand in none of these accounts in Wyoming. That's the first thing we gonna get out the way, okay? Watch this. Let's see what else Tesla had to do though. This was achieved legally by utilizing 100% bonus depreciation for capital investments. He just told you to purchase a legacy builder, and you don't even know what capital investments mean. You want to know how I know you don't know what that means? Because ain't none of these companies got no damn capital. They ain't got no capital. That ain't it. That ain't it. Investments, massive R&D tax credits. You ain't filed taxes once. You ain't filed taxes once. And you think you finna get a tax break? That ain't it. Let's keep going. That ain't it. And carrying forward losses from prior years to offset prices. How you gonna carry a loss forward and your company's just started? But you here, I'ma even do your taxes for 5 years for free if you purchase the legacy builder right now. Make it make sense. You ain't finna benefit like Tesla. You a private owned entity trying to do what a public level corporation doing. Make that make sense. Don't forget what you buying into. Each one of these corporations that you're told are private. Excuse me, you can't even have a private real estate investment trust. You, watch this. You finna do $1,000 rotation. You finna do $1,000 rotation. And you only using $1,000. How they gonna file tax? You doing a rotation with businesses that know it. How you gonna do a property management real estate investment trust? How you gonna give this company $1,000 and you ain't got no damn real estate? What is that company doing? I'll wait. You gave a company that ain't even a real company $1,000 to say it's doing a business and it ain't even operating legally to do the business. How does that work? You got a parent company and you saying you own 51% of the operating company because that's the only company you can be running. And you ain't even got 51% controlling stakes of the operating company. The operating company is the only company that's actually generating the income. And you gonna get a loan based off that anyway. Why? Because it's your actual business. You ain't been taught about economic nexus. You ain't been taught about foreign qualifying. You ain't been taught nothing but a history lesson, and somehow you believe because somebody's showing you 15 Stripe loans, a Cadillac Escalade, and American Express card that they just got, that they know business, and they just taking your money. If we being real, if we being real. Because you listening to somebody who tells you you can get 4 loans based off this rotation, but out of 15 loans, he only used 2 corporations. He only show you 2 corporations that he got funded for. Mac Enterprise Consulting, wedding venue. 3 wedding venue loans and 12 what? Consulting loans. That means he ain't even done 4 loans out of all of them. But he telling you the legacy builder changed his life. It damn sure did, because he got us paying for it to help change his life. That's the only change it did. That's the change. It changed because we paid for it, and his life steady changing. It damn sure did change his life. That's why I put it up there. So when somebody asks, I can just simply show you the truth. If you think I'm lying, ask him to do what he tell you to do to me. Prove it. Prove to me you got 4 loans. What millionaire you know can get 1 point whatever million off of 1 company, but claim he can do it off of 4, and all you see is 1 company doing it? If I can get $1 million off of companies, why not? I should be at damn near 6 million in, right or wrong. Since I'm telling you on paper, I got over 36 companies, y'all keep believing these people on TikTok, man, and they not showing y'all nothing. Keep believing these people, they ain't showing y'all nothing but they money. Money off of what you giving them. Money off of what you giving them. That's why I tell y'all, when people say, so what you doing? I am not charging you nothing. I do not sell master classes. I don't know. You know what I charge you for? My help. If you want me to put the corporation together for you, I simply tell you what you're getting with the corporation and my time. You can't put a price on my time and what I charge. So I simply do what you want done for you. But if I'm going to teach you something, wouldn't we all agree, out of the 300 plus people in here, if I'm going to teach you, wouldn't you like to know everything that this entails? Wouldn't you like to know everything? But guess why I can't tell you about Wyoming. See, if he told y'all, if he was as transparent as he claimed to be, if he was transparent as he claims to be, y'all wouldn't pay for the legacy builder. You want to know how I know? Y'all trying to avoid getting out of paying taxes 1 time. And yet he finna give you 3 corporations in Wyoming, and now you gotta pay taxes 4 times. Soon as he tell you that, you're gonna be like, nah, bro, I'm good. I don't need all that. I don't need all that. Exactly, because you can do it yourself. Exactly. Now watch this. If I'm sitting here telling you, you need to go to Wyoming, what the hell I need to go to Wyoming for? You ain't hidden from nobody. You not hidden. Well, why you say I ain't hidden? You done took your ass to Wyoming. Who name you gonna put on your bank account? I'll wait. I know you're not gonna put your registered agent name on there. I know you're not gonna do that. So if you not gonna put nobody else's name on your bank account, who you think you hidden from? KYC, know your customer. Anytime you moving money on a federal level, trust me, they know who you are. I don't give a damn what type of business you doing. You know why? Because you the one with your name on that bank account. Now, if you just want to be crazy, you can put my name on it and see where that gets you. So then they tell you, oh, you can use my lease. The lease is only beneficial to the lease owner. The lease is only beneficial to the lease owner. Wouldn't you put the corporate name on the account? Yes, you're going to put your corporation name on the account. But you realize when you open up that corporate account, they ask for your personal information and your corporate information. We gonna put your corporate name on the account, but let this account go into default and see who we coming to get our money from. Come on, man. Stop. We gotta stop believing the hype, y'all. We gotta stop letting people just sell us a dream simply because they can show us money. He can show all that money, but he can't show you proof of how the LLC hurting you. He can't show you proof of how this is not benefiting you in Wyoming. He can't show you proof of that. So I simply just tell y'all the real, just so you can ask yourself. I ain't hating. You are able now, when anybody come over here and listen to me, I promise now, you can't unhear what I've just taught you, and you can't unsee what you just seen. So now when somebody say something, you're going to be like, nah, I was just in bro room last night, bro. I got a question for you. How can you do that? How is this true? You know what the question is going to be now? You know what's going to happen now? You're going to start hearing lies like this now. I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody on here. I ain't finna go back forward with nobody on TikTok. Sir, you ain't got nothing to prove, but every day you try to prove to us you got loans and money. So if that's the case, I at least want to know some information. I at least want to know some information. I'm glad you learned tonight, Dog Booty. Dog Booty. That's a hell of a name. So all I'm saying, y'all, when you come to my room, I just teach everything. I'm going to even say this. It's okay to go buy it. At least if you bought it, you'll get to come over here. You'll get to come over here and learn what you actually got. Because you ain't been taught what you actually got. Because I guarantee you, if you really understood what a legacy builder was, you wouldn't buy it. And for those that don't know, I paid for it. So that's why I'm able to talk about it. I paid for it. That's why I can tell you everything about it. I know what you're getting. I know what they ain't finna do for you. And I know how the laws are behind it. So I simply give the information and share with people what we don't even know about business. And we let people just tell us anything. And if you're not careful, from what we've seen tonight, you have seen I can word things one way to manipulate the narrative to sell my product. But ask people to start showing you proof about what they selling. I don't want to see proof about nobody money no more. All right, for sure, Deep Brick, take it easy, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about what nobody make their money on here. Your money doesn't define what I'm going to do if I buy from you. Me showing you how many zeros I got in my bank account ain't going to make your corporation with zeros in his bank account. You feel me? So if that's the case, what you need to do is put the work in. Yes, I did the MAC plan. Do you need a holding company for a non-profit organization? No. Non-profit is its own separate thing. Show you receipts about what? What do I need? Rebecca, you say show you receipts. Show you receipts about what? Don't run from me. If you're going to ask a question, don't run from me. Come on now. What do I need to show you receipts about? Does Wyoming pay personal tax? No. Show you receipts about what? Daniel said, I spend more time soft dissing instead of teaching your experience. Well, Daniel, guess what? For you to say I spend more time, that means you've been listening to me most of your time. So clearly you learning. So thank you for letting me know that I'm taking up your time because you sitting here listening. It amazes me how y'all think I'm hating and I'm simply giving information that you don't even know. That amazes me. We talk bad about somebody who's giving information we don't even know. There's not one person that's going against what I'm saying will ask to come up here and we go back and forth about business that they know. And you defeat me. I will handle anybody that's disagreeing with me about what I'm teaching and show you don't know shit. And you probably been listening to him for more than a year. For more than a year. Anybody, I challenge you right now to come up and show me what you know to go against what I'm saying, and let's see who gets further. Let's see who go. Let's see. Where you at? Let's see where he at. Let's see. Daniel, I just invited you up. Let's see if you come talk to me. Anybody can say something in the chat. Let's see if you come talk to me. We know you won't. Who's the next one? Who was the next one? Who was the next one? I can't even find you. Nadine, you another one. Come on up. It's amazing. I'm tapping all y'all. Y'all got 0 followers. Ain't done this. How I know y'all trolls. Y'all trolls. Y'all trolls. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But there's not nobody in that. I promise y'all, for everybody that's listening, everything I've taught y'all, I've showed y'all proof behind it. I ain't got to sit here and lie about nothing to nobody. And I know people learn. I know people learn. Hi, so if you have an LLC and get income once a month, then you can get a loan. I came in the middle. No, not that simple, Charlene. It's not just that black and white, especially with an LLC. Especially with an LLC, it's not that black and white. That's why we use the corporations as other means and other avenues. Because watch this. Let me give y'all some more gems. Let me give you another gem. Let me give you another gem that y'all, watch this. Watch this. Remember we was talking about the EIN. Watch this. I just want to show y'all something. Let me give y'all something that people ain't telling y'all. Watch this. Watch this. Y'all gonna love this one. Since I'm down in somebody. Watch this. So watch this. What we learned. We said, do y'all remember this? Watch this. I want to show y'all something. Having your name listed as the what? Responsible party. Y'all remember that? Watch this. The responsible party listed is simply the individual who controls, manages. I'm sorry you can't see. I'm sorry. You can see now. If you can't see that, I'm sorry. You're going to have to put some glasses on now. Blow it up. The responsible party listed on an IRS form, SS4, is simply the individual who controls, manages, or directs the entity and its assets. Right? I want to show y'all something. Because everybody worried about, watch this, the LLC. Everybody worried about the LLC, right? Right? And remember, we still got responsible party up here, right? Remember, we said that we're going to allow the holding company to control the LLC, right? Watch this. Okay, Nadine. Okay, my bad. My apologies. I promise I'm not. So watch this. Watch this, y'all. I'm finna show y'all something to blow y'all mind. If the holding company is controlling the LLC, remember, we trying to get a what, family? A loan based off the LLC. Watch this. Oh man, I love this shit, boy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. They try to act like I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all see this IRS document, right? IRS document. What does that say at the top? What does that say at the top, family? What does that say? Change of address or responsible party. Then it even say what on the side? Business. Change of address. Responsible party. Business. The IRS say you can change the who family? The responsible party. You trying to get a loan and you don't want your name on the loan. Okay. Change the responsible party. From the LLC, file for your loan based off of who now? The holding company EIN number. Who's the responsible party now? Uh-oh. I can't make this up, y'all. I can't make this up. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. You just have to structure your business the right way. And when you structure your business the right way, you can use all type of loopholes to get funding, and them folks ain't even got to know you exist at all. They don't even have to know. But they say I'm over here hating. But they come in my room and say, I'm worried about somebody else. No, I'm actually trying to prevent y'all from wasting money and put that same money you about to go waste into your own 2 companies and use that money to go buy assets and continue to make more money. When you see an LLC in someone's name run, well, yeah, you don't put an LLC in your name. Yeah, facts in the company. Facts, be the business, yes. Is it too late to file a holding company? No. No, it's not. It's never too late to file a company. So by getting a corporation, aren't you a responsible party for the corporation? Responsible party is not a liable party. Somebody has to be responsible for the business. That doesn't make you, you follow me? That doesn't make you liable for a business debt. The purpose of the corporation, watch this. A domestic corporation is considered a United States person. Use the law for what they let you use it for. They let you use it. They gave you the blueprint. We just got to put it together the right way. A United States person is a domestic corporation. If I have a corp that's 4 years old, can I create a holding company today? Yes, you can. They giving us the definitions, y'all. We just got to put this stuff together. We just got to put it together and understand what we doing. Because these folks gonna talk to you too now. They ain't gonna just give you money. They gonna ask you some questions. You have to understand your business in order to even get this. Can a residential rental property go into a holding company? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Because if the residential property goes into the holding company, you're going to be leasing and renting from the holding company because the holding company owns and controls everything. So now your other entities, which is separated from the residential entities, are actually paying to use the residential company, which means if any of them get sued, the residential company is separated from the lawsuit. Yes, they're going to interrogate you as if you knew it anyway. Yes, so you might as well learn it. You might as well learn it. But it's not complicated if you structure it the right way, because watch this, y'all. As y'all are structuring, you're actually learning while you're structuring, because you're doing more and more. So it's definitely beneficial, y'all. It's definitely beneficial. It's definitely beneficial. It's definitely beneficial. Any questions, man? I didn't give y'all a lot to chew on. So when you put your company or LLC in a name such as trucking, etc., doesn't that limit your loan? No, it does not. No, it does not. Trucking, a name didn't limit your loan. You know what limits your loan? When they looked at how much money your business was making. If your business only generating $50,000, what make you think anybody's going to give you a $100,000 loan? Or even a $50,000 loan? You only made $50,000. So guess what? Who are you going to pay back? If I give you a $50,000 loan and you only made $50,000, who you going to pay first? That loan or your bills? I'll wait. Yes, I touch on nonprofit organizations. I'm sorry I didn't tonight, but yes, we touch on nonprofit organizations. See, y'all gotta stop thinking like we not actual business owners. If you go and try to get a loan, it has nothing to do with the name. They looking at your financial statement. If your financial statement is showing you only made $50,000, I can't possibly give you $50,000, because you're gonna take care of your family before you pay me my money back. So why would I take that risk? Why would I take that risk? So I'm going to give you what I deem necessary for you to pay me my money back. That's how you got to start looking at that. Stop looking at it as it's your name, it's your credit. No, it's your income. That's what they looking at, your income. You are getting a loan based off what the business made or your income, and the loan you getting is half of what they see. The loan is based off of half of what they see. So if they see 50,000, they only gonna give you 25. They're not gonna give you exactly what you showing, because they realize they can't get their money back like that. They not in the business to help you. They trying to help themselves. Now they will give it to you based off of how you're structured, but they're not going to overgive it. You need my class? If you go to my website, WFLife.com, WFLife.com, okay? WFLife.com. Yes, risk factors. Yes, right, for the banks. In here, you will see family wealth payment installation plans. You will also see for services. When you go to services, because a lot of people ask about being tutored, being mentored, being all those things. What I generally tell people is this. First of all, if you want to do this by yourself, what I tell people is, I wrote an ebook. The ebook simply tells you how to actually structure and make a corporation by yourself. The ebook gives you all the step by step, literally. I literally opened up the state Secretary of State website. Whatever question they asked, I gave you the question and answer in the ebook. Answer it the same way. Everything will be the correct way. That's how corporations are open. Also, we got a school community. You can join the community. I actually give more information than this on my Zooms. In the community, you get to actually ask one-on-one personal questions in person, and I'm able to explain to you on a level that I can't even get to on TikTok. Why? There's certain things that I can't say on TikTok. You feel what I'm saying? Can a church be put in a holding company? No. Anything can be put in a holding company, but why would you want to put a church in a holding company when that's a nonprofit? You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Also, when y'all talking about the mentoring packages. These are the mentoring packages that we came up with. You go on my website, y'all, and it picks up anything. What questions do the underwriters ask when you getting a loan? Go to Google or ChatGPT and ask them. I'm not an underwriter, so I can't tell you what a loan, when you can literally go, they'll Google and ChatGPT will give you some questions that they may ask you. And they'll be your answer. Some of these things, y'all, we literally can look up ourselves. I'm not saying you can put the structure together yourself, but you can get a lot of this information just based off of researching. If you don't have time to research, then that's what I do for people. I just show you where I got it from. When I show you where I got it from, we cool. Your personal income for the LLC and open a C Corp and then you get a loan and I'm getting it. Yeah, that's it, Charlene. For real, in a nutshell, yes. Yes, it's the new AI. I got you, bro. Thanks for the help. Keep up the good work. Thank you, dog. Booty for sure. So yeah, these are our new services that we offer. We also offer tax stuff. We also offer the corporation LLC structure, the business corporation holding company structure with a nonprofit. And most importantly, y'all, you can book a consultation. You can book a consultation. I come on here for free. Y'all haven't been seeing me a lot. I'm busy, y'all. I actually got businesses. I'm trying to also get a new contract with my trucking company. So I'm even gonna be more busy. You know, I think Thursday I have to start or whatever. I'm sorry, but I forgot what you were selling for $600 at one time. Can you remind me? Oh, Ratchet, that's crazy that you say that. So for $600, I was selling my ebook. For $600, the ebook was $600. It's $100 now. It's $100. That $600 ebook is $100 now. With more information in it. Reason being, I was blessed. I'm good, y'all. When it comes to money, don't get me wrong. I want more money. Come on now, who don't want more money? So the way you able to purchase it, you can either DM me or you can simply go, watch this. You can do one or two things. You can message this phone number and you can request about the ebook, or you can go to my website and send an email and saying you want it, and or DM me. I do read all my DMs, and I will personally hit you back, send you an invoice, and there it is. We can do it just like that. Okay, so I can keep, you keep the ebook. Yeah, it's yours once you pay for it. Yes, we started Monday strong. Yes, today was strong. This was a good one. This was a good one. And it's all about me just being genuine with y'all, man. I didn't want to be one of the people who come on here and act like I got all this together. But now I don't do that. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I'm just like the next working class person trying to get it together. Okay? And we all gonna make it. I understand I'm intelligent. I understand I have businesses. I understand all that. But at the end of the day, that's not going to benefit you if you don't understand how to get there. You feel me? So my website again is, do I need to have purchased a truck before I get the program? No, definitely not. Website, wflife.com. Yes, JoJo, to be honest, I'm helping y'all avoid obstacles that I've went through already, and y'all will be able to learn from my mistakes. And I'm simply sharing it with y'all, because for one, I don't care what nobody think about me. I'm still going to share what I share because I do know that I'm actually helping people on here. I do know, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, on here, I come on here for free. When you contact me, that's not free, y'all. I'm just being real with y'all. I give you all the information I can on here. I'm not going to take away time from me actually making money, doing business, and talk to you for 2-3 hours or an hour or whatever the case may be. Give you information that's going to help you make money and you don't pay me. I'm not doing that. If you think that's what I'm going to do for you, you wasted a DM message. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to charge for my time. I know my worth. I know the information that I'm going to give you is going to help you make money. So you're not going to get some money information from me and don't pay me money to get the information. It doesn't make sense. Like, I really want to help, but I can't. I'm not helping for free off of TikTok. That is my personal time. I come on here for free. Damn it, what? Been on here 3 hours for free. And I know I gave y'all some good game. You're not going to call me for free thinking I'm going to talk to you for free and give you more game to help you go make money. No, so I got a one-time payment. What I typically do is, honestly, when I charge you, if we have to stay on the phone 2-3 hours, I only charge you one time. I only charge you one time. I have to make sure you understand what you're asking and what you paid for. That's my biggest thing, because it does me no good. I ask every client when I'm off the phone, before we get off the phone, I'm gonna ask you, do you feel like I gave you your money worth? If you don't feel like I gave you your money worth, I give you your money back. I give you your money back. Because I know I'm going to help you. Because I don't have to lie. I ain't got to gatekeep. I don't have to gatekeep. That's the most beautiful thing about what I do, y'all. I simply, all this information that I got, you can research it yourself. But since you not, and you want to jump the line, you pay to skip the line. When you go to an amusement park, the lines is what? 2 hours long. What do you got to pay to skip the line? You got to pay that fast track pass. So in order to skip the line, so you ain't got to go study it, you got to pay that fast track pass. And I'm going to fast track you. I'm going to help you. You feel what I'm saying? That's the exactly. But I'm going to give you your money worth. Guaranteed. I'm going to give you your money worth. Why? Because it's not just me, y'all. It's not just me. I got a real CPA team behind me. I got a real law firm behind me. With us three together, I promise you, you walk away with all the information you need to do whatever you're trying to do. If you don't have time to do it or you don't want to do it, you at a company, we'll do it for you. But while we doing it for you, we walking you through the steps to make sure you understand and you get it. That way you ain't got to keep paying me. I'm not on here to string people along. I ain't on here to string people along. I'm trying to help you get to your business so you understand it and you can help other people. This ain't about me steady money grabbing off of y'all. No, I'm going to teach you and show you one time, and I know you're going to get it. It's just that simple. So, man, I thank y'all for coming in. This was an amazing night. I ain't never had 400 plus people in my room. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. I thank y'all for even allowing y'allself to listen and to learn different information so y'all can get it. You feel what I'm saying? For sure, for sure. I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate y'all just as much as y'all appreciate me. And I thank y'all for listening, because if y'all wasn't listening, I'd be talking to myself. Big E said, I got the fast pass. What's next? Hey, what's next is we get it together. We get it. We get it. What time do I go live? So, Trisha, I try to come on every night. It's hard because some days, like tonight, I'm finna go eat dinner that my wife cooked. We finna chill, probably do some things that adults do, so I probably won't get to sleep for another 2-3 hours. So when I get up in the morning at 6 o'clock, because I get up early in the morning, for sure, see, y'all tripping. So when I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock, y'all, I'm still tired from the night because y'all done kept me up all night and she did too. So now I'm doing business all day. I'm up and I'm like, by the time 6 o'clock get in, I'm like, man, I ain't going on live tonight. I'm tired. So y'all be missing me, man. I'm human, y'all. I'm human. I'm as real as they come. I ain't on here starting to stunt. Y'all follow me, man, and y'all will see. I show my kids, I show my wife, I show my family. I'm not on here to manipulate people, and I ain't finna be watching my back. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I believe in doing right by folk, because I got 6 kids, and I don't need y'all hitting me upside my head, because ain't nobody gonna be able to take care of them. So I gotta do right by y'all. I gotta give y'all the right information. So y'all can't come back and say, our money lied. No, our money didn't. So that's what we do, y'all. So yeah, so honestly, tomorrow, Trisha, to catch me from the beginnings, I usually come on in between 8 and 9. If you see 9:30, I ain't coming. But anywhere between 8 and 9, if you turn your notifications on, you'll catch me at nighttime. That's usually when I pop on. I'm the same. Beautiful track record. For sure, champion. Real talk. And I thank you for participating in my live. I thank everybody, man, for the taps, the love, the shares, and all that. Y'all take it easy, man. Much love. I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
But you